New this morning, he was a local young man who dreamed of becoming an airline pilot, but never got the chance after taking one pill he thought was oxycodone.
His family now hopes others will never experience their heartbreak. Fox 12's Kendra Kent sits down with them in a story you'll see only on 12.
Courage Menton died of fentanyl poisoning this past July when he was only 23 years old. And while his family is devastated by the loss, they also want to keep his memory alive in an important way, to warn others, especially teens and young adults, about the dangers of fake pills.
I'm going to talk to you guys about fentanyl today.
Never in a million years would this family expect to be here.
We're here today to share Courage's story with you all.
A mother and two sisters taking up public speaking to students.
To spread awareness about the awful drug fentanyl that took his life.
It's their first presentation 10 months after the tragic and heartbreaking death of a beloved son and brother. This is Courage Menton, a young Marion County man who died of fentanyl poisoning at just 23 years old, when he was so close to his dream career.
Got his pilot's license, his commercial endorsement, his instrument rating. And so he was doing great and living, loving, flying.
Courage's story is one that's well suited to the name he was given at birth in the capital city of Ghana. As a young boy, Courage spent years in an impoverished orphanage before he was adopted by Kim Menton and her husband when he was 13. Adding a son to their two nearly grown daughters was never the plan, but fate turned a family of 4 to 5 when their oldest daughter, Alex, spent time at the orphanage as part of an internship to finish her college degree.
Hi, Alex, Grandma and Grandpa. Thank you for sponsoring me.
I noticed him letting all the other kids eat first in line, and a lot of nights Courage wouldn't get any food. I also noticed he was really dedicated to his school. He just wanted to go to college and have a future, so he just stuck out. And he was sweet and shy and just, yeah, he was just a light.
The entire family soon fell in love with the boy who they say radiated energy and kindness.
His giggle and smile is just infectious.
A few years later, the adoption was complete. Courage and his new family flew home to Oregon, where he enrolled as a 7th grader at Regis St. Mary Catholic School in Stayton.
It was just awesome to see all those firsts. It's almost like when you have a baby and all these firsts, but it's like he's just looking at everything with wonder.
Probably early high school, he just started to blossom. He was the life of the party. He was so outgoing.
Courage played sports, made many friends, and graduated high school in 2020, then set out to pursue his dream, moving to California, then Florida to attend flight school, where he graduated before moving home last year to be with family while he applied for piloting jobs.
He had an interview with a company in Texas that did pipeline inspection, like they do low-flying aircraft.
But by the time the company reached out to Courage again for a follow-up second interview, he was dead. What exactly happened, the family may never know. But they say this past July, Courage went out with some friends to visit bars in Salem for a night of fun. They believe someone at some point gave or sold Courage what he believed to be oxycodone. They also say his phone was stolen that night and never found. What's more clear, Courage came home very early the next morning, took the pill, and overdosed on the family's couch.
He slept there, just looked like he was sleeping, and we must have walked by him 100 times that morning. He didn't get home till real late, so we knew he was tired, and we just let him sleep.
I found him and tried to wake him up and realized I couldn't wake him up. And so I ran to get Russ, and we called 911.
Paramedics revived Courage, but he died in the hospital a few days later. The family learned Courage had fentanyl in his body, but no oxycodone.
We 100% know he had no clue there was fentanyl in it.
Because just hours before he passed out, Courage was researching the effects of oxycodone on his computer.
He was obviously worried about the side effects, and probably because he was going to be drug tested for his flight job.
The cruel irony that this resilient young man would escape hardship and poverty in Africa to die so tragically in America.
That's my biggest struggle, is my guilt of just, should I have asked my parents to adopt. That's like just a daily struggle for myself of, would he be better off there? I know he wouldn't have lived the life he lived here, but it's hard not to come back and think about that.
Moving forward as a family has been tough.
We make it through the days better now than definitely at first. It was really difficult.
When I get older, I will be stronger. They call me freedom.
But it's the focus on education and prevention that gives them new purpose.
I had kids come up to me afterwards and thank me, and they said they learned a lot, so I'm hoping that they heard us.
They don't want anyone else to know their pain.
If we can just touch one person, it's worth it.
A spokeswoman with the Drug Enforcement Agency sent us this video. You can see Courage up on the wall there, Forever 23. Now that's at the DEA headquarters in Washington, D.C. It's a memorial called Faces of Fentanyl that honors all the victims of fentanyl poisoning. The Menton family is in Ghana right now for Courage's funeral. He has many siblings and his biological mother and extended family there. Reporting in studio, Kendra Kent, Fox 12 Oregon.